Murder charges have been filed in a recent armed robbery case in Albuquerque. A store clerk shoots and kills a suspect.
But it's not the clerk who fired the deadly shot who is being charged here. It's the dead robber's partner in crime who's being accused of causing it all. Neighbors say a new family had just taken over the Pajarito store on Isleta. That Monday night, two men in masks went into the store with guns. The clerk says after the robbers left, he went to lock the door and one of them pointed a gun at him from their Mercedes. So the clerk shot at Christopher Garza and Ruben Lucero and killed Mr. Garza.
It's either your life or theirs. I mean, you're trying to feed your kid, your family, and just some random person can come in and try taking what's yours and what you've worked to accomplish. I mean, that's just not right.
Deputies say Lucero is being charged with murder because the law says he is responsible for all this because the death happened as a result of his crime. Deputies say they are having trouble pulling surveillance video from the store, but the deputies say it has nothing to do with the robbers shooting at the store's security cameras during the robbery. Well, this is the third time in recent months that a store clerk has shot and killed a robber in Albuquerque. Remember in late August, a worker at the Dairy Queen on Isleta near Bridge shot Abram Gallegos. Other workers say Gallegos walked up to the window with a gun and demanded money. He got the cash, but we were told he would not leave. Then sheriff's deputies say a worker feared for his life and for the lives of others there and shot and killed Gallegos. Right now, that worker is not facing any charges.
Earlier that same month, a worker at the Oasis Smoke Shop on Manal and Wyoming shot and killed a man named William Corey. Police say Corey was an armed suspect who forced two employees to the back of the store at gunpoint, tied them up, then tried to take off with one of their cars. When the suspect returned to the store with a gun, an employee shot him dead. No charges were filed against that employee either. Los Lunas police say they are following up on leads in a recent homicide. They are looking for 38-year-old Angela Chavira. She is a person of interest in the case. They want to question her about the death of Ernest Padilla. His body was found in the parking lot of an apartment complex back in June. Police say they believe Chavira is staying in the Albuquerque area.
All right, 5:34, here's another scam alert for you. This time it's from Santa Fe police. They say someone with a heavy Middle Eastern accent is calling from a number that comes up as the police dispatch line and is asking for money. Santa Fe police say this is a scam and they're now trying to find out who is behind it. But we're still waiting to hear more about what caused a car to smash through an apartment complex in Albuquerque. The car crashed through this complex off Morse near Candelaria and destroyed two homes yesterday. Thankfully, no one was inside when the crash happened. The building was about to collapse afterward, so firefighters put up beams to try to keep it safe.
A well-known university is suing New Mexico State, claiming that the Aggies have copied their mascot. You can call this a duel over Pistol Pete. Oklahoma State University claims this image is confusingly similar to this one you're about to see. OSU says it had the image first and that it actually trademarked the image and says New Mexico State copied it. NMSU says the lawsuit came as a surprise.
Pistol Pete, that was our mascot, and we've had, our shirts, bang bang, all of that. So I think that I think it's petty, to be honest.
In a statement, NMSU says it is confident the school will come to an agreement so it can keep using Pistol Pete. NMSU claims the lawsuit is only referring to an older image. We reached out to OSU to confirm that, but we haven't heard back. You can hear more about this story tonight at 9 on 2 Casa Fox or on our website at krqe.com. And here's some fun information about Pistol Pete. Just so you know, he is based on the real cowboy from the 1800s named Frank Eaton. He got his nickname practicing his shooting skills in Oklahoma and is said to have won a legendary gunfight later in Albuquerque.
Well, a big fight, not a gunfight, but a fight, is brewing up in the Santa Fe National Forest, and it's all about fracking. Anytime today, we could find out if the Bureau of Land Management has sold up to 20,000 acres of what was public land, possibly to companies that want to frack there. That's where a liquid is rapidly shot into the ground to break up rocks and release natural gas and oil. A coalition of environmental groups says that'll put air, water, and animals at risk and plans to sue to stop it. Well, a plan to reduce pollution here in New Mexico and other states nearby will be a go, so says an appeals court. The court just rejected a challenge by other environmentalists who didn't like the cap-and-trade program with coal-fired power plants and other industries. Cap-and-trade is where there's a set amount of pollution that's allowed and businesses can trade and sell their limits. The environmentalists say that'll end up causing more pollution in the end, but but obviously the court disagrees. At 5:36, investigators now trying to find out more about 3 teenagers from Colorado, 3 female teenagers who may have been trying to go join ISIS.
Yeah, apparently the girls said that they were going to Turkey to study, but the feds actually believe that they were planning to join the Islamic militant group in Syria. The teens, who are between the ages of 15 and 17, managed to fly from Denver to Germany before they were actually caught by police and the FBI over the weekend. Their families had reported them missing after realizing they had skipped school and left with $2,000. The Colorado Muslim community was shocked by the news.
I was shocked because according to our prediction, we thought that the boys was easy target. To our surprise, the girls were easy target.
All 3 teens are now back with their parents, and so far no charges have been filed. Federal investigators believe that the girls were caught up in the moment and were possibly influenced by terrorist propaganda, but they say they're confident that the girls are not Islamic radicals. Apple users, beware. There is a security warning for those of you who use iCloud. Apple says there is an organized attack by hackers who are trying to steal user information. The company says so far the attacks have not compromised iCloud servers. Here's my question. Do I need to be worried about this?
You have an iPhone, so
I
chances
do.
are the answer is yes. If you have an iPhone or if you have an iPad, or even some of the newer iPods, yes, you do have to be worried.
These darn hackers.
Yeah,
So tired of
you
it.
know, photos, personal information, that kind of stuff is what
Yeah.
they're trying to get after.